Go.
So is this week of preparation any more hectic than, say, the past 3 weeks?
Nah, I think it's all the same, honestly. I mean, we know and understand the hype around the game, and we understand the situation we're in, but as professionals, we got to come out and do our job the same exact way. And, I mean, push harder every week, honestly. So it is more important because this is the game that we're facing, so this is the one we want to focus on.
How much, you mentioned the atmosphere, how much fun and how big of an opportunity is this for you guys playing in this type of atmosphere, knowing what it's going to be like here?
For me personally, I mean, a lot of people told me I wouldn't even be in this situation. So, like I said, this week, like every other week, is a blessing for me to be here, and I'm going to try to go out there and play as hard as I can.
Jakobi, was there a message sent to the locker room this week, especially with the return of Tom? You got the Seth Wickersham book coming out, a lot of hype going on today surrounding that. Was there a message kind of sent down about staying focused on the task at hand?
Definitely. You know, I mean, like I said, we all understand what's going on around the game, and two legends that'll be on the field at the same time. But at the same time, we got a job to do. We got a bad taste in our mouth. Bad taste in our mouth from last week. So we want to come back out, wash that out, and go home with a victory.
They've given up the most passing yards per game in the league this year. In some ways, you kind of see things on tape in order to exploit their offense and to exploit their defense and push the ball down the field a little bit.
I mean, yeah, definitely. We see a lot of things that guys have probably done on them or things that we feel like we can execute on them. So our coaches are some of the best in the world, and they're going to put us in the right situation to go out there and make them plays and hopefully make a lot of yards in the game.
You feel the building blocks are there, even though maybe the results aren't from the first 3 weeks, in order to have that success this week?
Oh, definitely. Definitely. I mean, those first couple of weeks are definitely building blocks for us. So just seeing what we have as an offense, as a unit, being able to go out there and execute and know what some guys do well, what some guys don't do as well. It was definitely a lot of learning experiences from the previous games.
How do you go about stopping these self-inflicted kind of injuries, not injuries, but self-inflicted situations that you guys have where you get a positive play because of a holding, you get a negative play?
It started yesterday, honestly. We came out, watched film of what we did wrong, graded ourselves, coaches gave us our grades, and you just got to learn from the mistakes. You got to go out, focus on days like today where people don't really get to see you play and they don't see it on the big screen. You got to go out there and execute to the best of your ability, come in, watch film. So just having a great week of practice and preparing every day, hopefully that'll minimize that.
Jakobi, when your friends and family asked you, after 2019, hey, what was the coolest thing or the best story you had from playing with Tom? What did you tell them?
That's probably a question we would like to get back to after the game. Let's kind of, right now he is technically the enemy, so we don't really want to focus on the good times. Want to focus on trying to go out there and beat him. And I have to be able to do my job and focus on the plays so I can go out there and do that to the best.
Is there anything that he did in this sense to help you become the player you are now?
I'm definitely more of a watcher, so just being able to watch him do his thing and watch how he prepared every day is definitely something that helped me build. Like, it's a lot of great guys, Slade, Tom, you name them, the Patriots got them, and you just got to watch and they'll give you the formula.
How do you feel about Mac's mood, if you will? He's not used to losing. His couple losses here. He seemed pretty distraught after the game on Sunday. What have you observed from him in the last couple days?
Him or any competitor, when you go out and fight the way Mac was out there fighting, just seeing him in the huddle, giving everything he had, you're going to be a little spent at the end of the game. So I wouldn't say he's down or anything. I just know when you play as hard as you can and you really want to win a game, it's going to hurt you a little bit and you're going to be a little tired after the game. So
when you guys look at the Saints game, I think the feeling was it was a little bit lopsided, but do you feel like in looking at the tape, boy, there was a play here that we could have made, there was a play here, and if those plays happen, then maybe the outcome changes?
I think Coach said it best. We definitely have good players. We just didn't play like a good team. So that's something that makes you happy, knowing that you have good guys in the room and you have great leadership that'll help you bounce back. So we follow our leaders and good players go out there and be good players, and I think we'll be okay.
So what do you think has gone wrong in the red zone so far this season? You put together, some long drives, especially in the Saints game third quarter, 8-9 minutes down the field, just not able to convert and make it, 6 points. What are you guys doing to sort of make sure that doesn't happen? You get into the end zone.
It was brought up already, but self-inflicted wounds, just hurting ourselves, penalties, little things, not executing the right assignment. It's a bunch of things that go into that. It's the hardest part of the field to score in, so when you go down there, you got to kind of heighten that intensity and heighten that focus. So that's something we're definitely focusing on this week.
Jakobi, just knowing like the hype surrounding this game and Tom Brady's coming back to town for the first time since he left, of course. How much do you just want to get this win for your coach, just knowing the history between the two, Coach Belichick and Brady?
Every game you kind of want to go out there and get that win. But that's definitely, I guess that's something that kind of plays in the back of your mind. You can't really spend too much time focusing on it like you're picking sides or you want to win for this guy. I want to go out there and win because I love to win, go out there and play because I love to play. So just focusing this week and doing everything I can. Hopefully we can make that come to reality.
Jakobi, Mac is one of the most blitzed quarterbacks in the league through the first 3 games. And just as a receiver, what can you guys do to help him when the guys are coming after him on the other side of the ball?
Be where I'm supposed to be when I need to be there, and just we understand that. We understand what's going on. We're not blind or anything. So just making sure we get there in a timely manner or making sure we see adjustments that might need to take place and just doing whatever we can to help him whenever he's ready to throw.
Jakobi, what does it do for you or maybe a passing offense as a whole in a situation either because of game plan or maybe you're going into 2-minute where you know it's going to be, hey, we're going 3 wides, shotgun, and we're throwing a lot here. What does that do for your mindset or just kind of how you guys operate?
I mean, it's an exciting time for me, honestly. That's what you want to know you're about to throw, you know what I mean? So we can go out there, run routes, and just do what we love to do, which is go out there and catch passes. So I know during the past game, we all got really excited because we knew that we were down and we wanted to help our team as best as we could. So we went out there, we fought, and we battled, and then we just tried to execute to the best of our ability.
Jakobi, what's the difference for you between, the spread formation and, say, those more condensed looks we get? Do you feel that one is better suited?
I'm going to make the play the best I can, whether I'm split out or tight, I don't really notice a difference where I am. I mean, I think it makes the defense react a certain way. Maybe they can't come down and press you when you condense, but outside of that, you put me tight, you put me out, I'm going to go out there and do the best I can.
Speaking of their defense, as Evan alluded to, you guys have faced a lot of pressure.
Mhm.
Todd Bowles brings pressure. What do you see from the Bucs from that standpoint?
As far as pressure,
Yeah, their pressure packages.
I mean, they're not guys who probably will go out there and sit in the full house as much as they can, but I know we need to be prepared for it because, like you said, it has been obvious that Mac has been getting blitzed. So, like I said, just knowing my job, knowing my adjustments, just in case it does happen, you never know. I mean, you'd rather be ready for it and not happen than the other way, right?
Have you noticed a sense of urgency this week, not because of Tom or anything like that, but just for you guys where your situation is at and trying to get better quickly?
Definitely. Not because, like you said, because of Tom specifically, but because we want to win, and that, like I said, last week we showed that we have good players, but we didn't play as a good team, and we want to bounce back and show that we can be both good players playing as a good team who can just form together and gel together and go out there and make plays and build some momentum.
How's Nikhil been behind the scenes these last couple of weeks? I know he's eligible to come back.
He's been working. My guy, he's always working, trying to be ready to go out there and perform. We missed him. Happy to have him back out here practicing or whatever he's doing today. I'm not sure his situation, but when he's back and good to go, I'm going to be ready to talk to him and help get better as a team.
Jakobi, what do you think can help a faster start for the offense? First quarter, first drive or 2?
Focus as soon as the game starts. Don't really, Josh says it best, don't just dip your toe in the water, dive all the way in, and whatever happens from that, happens from that. But just be ready to go as soon as the ball is snapped.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.